everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and tonight I am putting out my final gravel to improve my work zone and this big pathway behind me. Now, this is called Chapel Hill Grit, and this is a local product that is available here in central North Carolina. It's actually like mined in Chapel Hill, and it's this incredible combination of like small gravel pieces and Carolina clay. And what's great about it is that it really bonds, it compacts super well. So it's ideal for using as a pathway, and it's significantly less expensive and much easier to do than putting in a traditional hardscape. Now you can see I am going to put this out on this pathway behind me where it really is kind of looking rough and it has washed in rainstorms. And this is the thing that I've learned. Just like putting weed cloth down in your beds and then mulching on top of it, there's no reason to put down the cloth underneath this, because weeds are going to actually still germinate in the Chapel Hill Grit. But when you get a really heavy rain, it actually washes because it has that plastic surface underneath. So there's nothing I can really do about it now, but I would not recommend putting any sort of material under this. Just use it right on the earth, and of course things will germinate, but that's no big deal to hand weed or if you choose to spray. But that's one thing that I've learned over the years in using Chapel Hill Grit as a primary pathway in this garden. In fact, we only have like a few areas where we have brick, and all the other walkways are made from this Chapel Hill Grit. About every 3 years I refresh it, like I'm gonna do tonight, where I just add about an inch on top of the existing grit, and it just really makes it look clean and neat, and it's really a great instant gratifier. So I'm gonna get busy shoveling and hauling this grit to get these last two places finished for the summer. All right, now that I have the gravel distributed, I have the instant gratification part of spreading it out. And this is always my favorite part of the job. Shoveling Chapel Hill Grit is a really good workout. Actually, raking it is too. But so satisfying to see this pathway come back to life. Well, I think the new path is Cubby approved. He's been observing me. He's the manager. So you can see feet, press it down pretty well. You don't need to tamp this at all. That's complete overkill. And really a couple of good rains, this will be totally settled in. Now you can see this is where I plan to extend the pathway, but I haven't gotten to it yet. So I just kind of have left it as like a future path, right? And here right along the compost pile, what a difference it makes compared to what it did look like. And this is the area we did a week ago. And you can see it has some bigger stones. That's not really supposed to be like that, but I'm not going to complain. I think it's $25 or $22 a yard. So it's really cheap. And that's like not wholesale. That's just like the regular price. And you see, we've had a couple of really, we've had probably 6 inches of rain since we put this down. and it's solid. It's solid like concrete. So everything, I just think it's the most practical material. I don't know what the equivalent would be in other parts of the country, but like I said, this is called Chapel Hill Grit, and it's available here in Central North Carolina, and it's fantastic. Well, as you can see, I did use the full cubic yard just in this pathway, which means I have to go back and get more to finish my work zone pad, but that's okay. I put this down really thick in hopes that it will stay fresh and not actually run in the rain for a really long time. Now, you'll be amazed at how quickly this compacts on its own, especially just with normal foot traffic and rain, which we have quite a bit in our forecast. So I don't need to tamp it or do anything else, and that's why I love Chapel Hill Grit so much. Other than the really great exercise of shoveling it and wheelbarrowing it to where it needs to go, this is a really low maintenance, easy approach to create a walking path or patio without having to go through the process of putting in a permanent hardscape. And it's something that I can do on my own without any help from anybody. And that's always what I love to be able to do here in my home garden. So if you found this video to be helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that bell notification so you'll know when I post another video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.